or anywhere else around the world, I'm so happy you're here with me today. Thank you for tuning in, my friend. This channel is dedicated to sharing you the spiritual wisdom and human warmth found in the words of Chinese author Xuemo. So no matter where you are joined from, I hope you can feel a sense of peace, inspiration, and connection in this little corner of internet. Okay, so Mr. Xuemo is one of the most prolific and inspiring authors from Western China. Yeah. Mm, his stories bridge his story bridge Eastern wisdom and universal human emotions, offering readers around the world deep insight and timeless inspiration. So if you love meaningful story, profound thoughts, and beautifully written books, you're absolutely in the right place. Reading is not only about getting knowledge, it's a way to nourish the soul, remember who we are, and to discover peace and clarity. So don't just scroll past, my friend. Hit the follow button and subscribe our channel. We go live different times every day, bringing you fun stories, inspiring talks, and good vibes. This is a space full of warmth, positivity, and love. So make yourself at home right here and give us a like and drop a comment below if you have any questions about our books and about our authors. Yeah. So let's start. Let's spend a one time together right here. So today, I'd like to elaborate on the core idea of Mr. Xuemo in break down the Jing, Lao's empowers in details. It is not just a simple interpretation of the ancient classic, but a combination of poetic expressions, life experience, and practical wisdom, which is also the most valuable part of this book. So, the biggest feature of this book is that abandons the boring academic textual research and rigid annotation mode. Mr. Xuemo interpreted the entire Lao Tzu in a form of long philosophical poems, and this poetic interpretation it is not just a superficial combination of poetry and classics, but a way to integrate our author Xuemo's own life's perception into their verses. Our author Xuemo believed that to truly understand Lao Tzu, one cannot rely solely on textual analysis, but must resonate with the ancient wisdom. Hi, welcome. Hi, it's nice to meet you. This is Louis from Western China. Today, I'm going to sharing you a new book written by Chinese author Xuemo, Lao's Empowers, okay? Xuemo interpret down the Jing. Okay, hi, my friend. Hi, how's anything? If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, yeah? Don't forget to subscribe our channel. So let's continue to talk about this book, okay? Therefore, every line of the poetry in the book is full of sincerity and depth, allowing reader to feel the charm of Lao Tzu's thought through poetic languages, rather than being trapped in complicated academic terms. Yeah. So, as far as you know, the core of Lao Tzu's thought lies in the Tao follow nature and non-essence. So do you know what is the meaning of Tao follow nature and non-essence? And Mrs. Schumer's interpretation gives these ancient concepts a modern connotations. Yeah, Lao Tzu said, therefore, free from desires, one may perceive the mysterious. With desire, one may only see its own work manifestation. With desires, you enter the realm of wonder. With desire, your mind is filled with distraction and affliction arise. Thus, the most important part of the spiritual cultivation is to transform yourself from being attracted to desires to being free from desires. So how can you do this? How can you do this? By seeing through designs and by seeing through all distinctions. When you see through designs and abiding in the state of wonder, you join the company of the state of the sage. The sage act through non-action. Non-action in Chinese, we say wu wei in Chinese, non-action. Yeah, some people misunderstanding non-action as doing nothing. So, what do you think of the meaning of non-action right here? So, before I read our author Xuemo's book, I also thought that I watched a lot of movie about the Taoist. Okay, and a lot of people said that, hi, Kevin, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Kevin. Okay, Kevin's, yeah, how's everything, my friend Kevin? Today, this is Louis from Western China. I'm here to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. And as far as you know, Mr. Xuemo has written more than 80 titles with over 300 elephants and translated into modern languages. Okay, this book is about Mr. Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching, to have you ever know Lao Tzu? Lao Tzu is about the confusion. It's about the confusions. So our author Xuemo used the long philosophical power to interpret the Lao Tzu. Okay, so and this book is the English elephants. The English elephant. Also, you can enjoy the Chinese painting in this book. Okay, also you can enjoy the Chinese painting in this book. Okay, so do you know the core idea of Lao Tzu is about non-actions? Non-actions, a lot of people thought that is misunderstand this as doing nothing. But our author Schumer's understanding is different. Okay, Kevin, if you're new here, don't forget to follow our channel. Yeah. So our author Schumer said, I see it as action without attachment. Yeah, that's very funny. That's very interesting. Yeah. So I see it as action without attachment. You act without clinging, and you keep acting, yet your heart remains free from attachment. In this state, you have neither desire nor prejudice. Yet you act with great diligence. Yeah, this is exactly the state of the unconditional mind in the Buddhism. So when the practitioner reach the state of non-attachment, they enter the realm of unconditioned. In another word, in another word, non-action is the state of the mind, not a kind of behavior. So you act a heart of non-action, yet engage fully in the world. So Mr. Schumer doesn't simply explain the literal meanings of these concepts in this book, allow these concepts, but translate them into life wisdom. Then the modern people can understand and apply. For example, Tao follow nature. Tao follow nature isn't about passively objective rules and not going against the chance in life and work. Non-action is not about doing nothing, but about giving up unnecessary desires and stubborn persistence. Do the things in a relaxed and appropriate way, and achieving better result with less effort. So this interpretation breaks the distance between the ancient classic and the modern life, and made the Taoist wisdom no longer an abstract theory, but a guiding principle for our modern daily life. So that is our author Xuemo. So our author Xuemo also write a series of books, about 9 books about what's in Lao's mind. Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching. Okay, this series of books has been shown nearly 1 million copies in China. Okay, so okay, and this book made the Taoist wisdom no longer an abstract theory, but a guiding principle for modern daily life. Yeah. So our author Xuemo, okay, Ronaldo, where's the ticket? Where the checks? So you mean the Joanna Ronaldo? Oh, sorry, Lobato, Lobato. Okay, so Joanna, he's going to join the Peking International Book Fair. Okay, tomorrow. Okay, and the BIBF start tomorrow. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the book, my friend. Okay. So okay, our author Xuemo put forward the concepts of largest philosophy of success in this book, which is completely different from the popular success theories in the modern society. Yeah. So, what do you think of the philosophy of success in your life? Yeah. The popular success theories often focus on material gains, status, and fame, while largest philosophy of success it emphasizes that the growth of the inner self, the growth of the inner self. It advocates that true success. Hi, Jarmer. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. So you're from now let's see. You're from US, my friend. Jake. Jake, are you from US? This is Louis from Western China. Okay, now it's about 6:46 p.m. now. Okay, good morning, my friend. Yeah. How's anything? How's anything? So today I'm going to sharing you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo, and this book is about the ancient wisdom for the modern problems. Yeah. So the popular success theories often focus on material gain. Okay, my name is Louis, my friend. Yesen, Yesen. Nice to meet you. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah. Louis from Western China. Yeah. So I'm here to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Yeah, Louis. Yeah. Actually, it's Lewis. Lewis. Louis. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about that. Okay. Why largest philosophy of success emphasize the growth of the inner self. It advocates that true success is not the equation. Yeah, Louis, yeah. Yeah, you're right. So, Jensen, your name is Jensen, yeah? Jensen, nice to meet you, okay? Okay, I'm so glad you are here with me today, okay? Today, let's continue to talk about the book, okay? Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching and Lao Tzu influence, okay? And this book is written by Chinese author Xuemo, and this book is according a long philosophical poetry, okay? So let's continue to talk about the book. Yeah, nice to meet you, my friend. Okay, how's anything? How's anything? Yeah. Okay. So are you from US, my friend Jensen? So at this book, it advocated true success is not acquisitions of the external things, but the peace of our heart. No, where are you from, my friend? Jensen? Oh, Asia. Asia, nice. So which country are you from? Which country? Yeah. So, have you ever read a book written by Chinese author Xuemo? Xuemo is a famous writer in China, the contemporary writer and the spiritual writer, and also uh, an enlightenment teachers in China. Yeah. So yeah. Hi, welcome, Wonder Monk. Yeah, nice to meet you. Long time no see. Okay, hi. Yeah, long time no see, my friend. So your name is changed, my friend, Wonder Monk. Yeah. Yeah, you're from Indian. Either Indian or Pakistan. Okay. So uh, I I read the news. I read the news. I got it. Indian. Yeah, Indian. Yeah, I got it. So I read the news from the internet. Okay, it's extremely hot in India. So a lot of civilization passed away because of the high temperature. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, nice to meet you, my friend. Yang Ah, yeah, got it. Bengala. That. Okay, got it. So let's continue to talk about this book. Okay, let's continue to talk about this book. Okay, Yang if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. So you can take a copy of this book for reading, written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah, yeah, I got that. So let's continue to talk about that. Yeah. Ah, yeah, it's a raining seasons in my part of the country. Okay, that's cool, huh? That's cool. So let's continue. Oh, yeah, me, to raining. Yeah, okay, got that. I got that. So in Western China, here, Gansu province, the hometown, where are you from? Wanderer, wanderer monk. Yeah, Kerala, southwestern India. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, that's a nice place. So let's continue to talk about the story, okay? Let's continue to talk about the book, okay? So this book, okay, the book, this book is emphasize of the growth of the inner self, okay, and the peace of the heart and the clarity with the Chan specifically. That's why Indian went, okay, okay, got it. 100 Indians companion. That's both the same times when. Yeah. But in Western China, it's extremely hot. Okay, it doesn't rain. It doesn't rain right here. So I'm in Author Xuemo's hometown, Gansu province. Do we know the Mogao grottos in Gansu province? The summer have end. Now in China, the summer just began. Just beginning. Okay, the summer it will last till the September. The, will last till the September. Okay, in China. Okay, so it's extremely hot right now. Hi, Daniel. Nice to meet you. Daniel, nice to meet you. Okay. Yeah. Long time no see, my friend. Yeah. So a lot of your friends is right here. Okay, Joanna, just go to join the Peking buffet. So I take this account to the live stream. Yeah. What's the book's name? Book's about and some summary simple. Okay, this book's name is Lao Tzu Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching and Lao Tzu in Powers. Okay, and this book was translated, written by Chinese author Xuemo, and then and then and then was translated by one of our author Xuemo's student. Okay, Wu Huiyu. Okay, can you see that? That is the English elephants of the book. The English elephants. Yeah. And then the main idea about this book, yeah. And the summer and this book, you know that our author will use the you mean that? Rewrite? No. That is the new elephants. There's the new elephants written by our author Xuemo. Yeah. Okay, Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching and Lao Tzu in Poland. Okay, so actually there's a series of what's in Lao Tzu's mind, and this is the new one. This is the new one. Yeah, Helena, will Helena do the live streaming again? I don't know. I don't know. So Helena is do the live streaming just in the Chinese channel, the Chinese channel. No, Xuemo is not in the academy. Okay, our other Xuemo will fly to Beijing about 3 days later. 3 days later. Okay, yeah. So let's continue to talk about this book. Okay, so this book is about through the poetic style, our author Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching, interpret Lao Tzu in a philosophical poems. Okay, so what about Marina? Marina is okay. What Xuemo eat? Okay. Mr. Xuemo just eat the noodles and the rice and some vegetables. And some vegetables every day, every day. So Yenxiang, I'm going to share you a story about our author Xuemo write the desert rice. When our author Xuemo write the desert rice, our author Xuemo used about 12 years closed door Muhammad yoga practice and also write this book, The Desert Rice. So during these 12 years, Mr. Xuemo eat very simple. Every day, every meal, just the porridges. So what kind of porridge can you imagine that? Okay, it's the cool water mixed up with the power. I did read this one. You read this one, and but you didn't know the story behind this book. You didn't know the story behind this book. So our author Sherman used 12 years in total to write this book. And then during these 12 years, our author Sherman take a big bath of the power of the green beans and a blanket of cool water into the chamber. So when our autism was feeling hungry, and he will mix the power with the cool water to eat the porridges for 3 meals a day. And then during these 12 years, our autism will wake up at 3 a.m. until 10 p.m. Yeah. So our autism will work from 3 a.m. to 11 p.m. just to write this book. There's a rise. So, okay, uh, recently we arranged the handwriting books of our other shamas, of our other shamas. So when we saw the handwriting books about the desert rice, can you imagine that? How many handwriting books? It's as tall as me, okay? During these 12 years, our author shama write this book again and again, again and again. Yeah, during these 12 years. So, and this small book, our author Shema used 12 years to write this one. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about this book, okay? And larger empowered. And larger empowered, okay? So let's continue to talk about that book, okay? Uh, Hi, welcome. Hi, Don't talk. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So you're nice to meet you. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay, actually, Daniel. Okay, so if you want to write the good novels and the good books, okay, so sometimes when you got the enlightenment wisdom, so your energy and your power will lose very little. So that's why yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So I look like a panda. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. So okay, panda is the national animals in China. Yeah. Yeah. I'm the national animals in China. Yeah. Thank you so much. So let's continue to talk about it. Okay, Daniel. So when you got the enlightenment mind, okay, when you reclaim your enlightenment mind, so you just so you just need to eat very little. You just need to eat very little. Yeah, yeah. So actually, our author Sherman just eat so little every day, very little, and just because we just concentrate on our mind, we just concentrate on our inner mind. So the energies will lose very little. So we didn't need to eat so much. So a lot of my friends they can eat they don't want to eat about 2 weeks. They only drink some water. They only drink some water for 2 weeks. So during these 2 weeks, they didn't eat anything. They just drink some water. Just drink some water. Okay, and these 2 weeks, okay, it will clean the bodies. For 2 weeks, eat nothing. It will clean their bodies. So If you just want to drink the waters for 2 weeks and eat nothing, you have to find a good teacher and follow the guidance of your teachers. That's very important. So one of my friends told me that before she started to eat nothing, and she will do a communication with her stomach. He said, "Hi, stomach, let's play a game." Just like that. Okay, let's play a game. So, uh, from tomorrow, okay, okay, we just drink some water and eat very little. Okay, so that's some kind of guidance for the teachers. Yeah. So if you want to do this like that, do the things like that. So you have to find the good teachers and got the permission and got the guidance from your teacher. So let's continue to talk about this book, okay? That's the ancient wisdom for the modern problems. You need more made easy summarize hard to catch long broken flow thoughts. Really? Okay, so let's continue to talk about the book, okay? Second, clear handling the affairs, seeing through the nature of the things, dealing with interpersonal relationship and work problems in a relaxed and wise way through this book. And the third, acting in accordance with the chain, not forcing what cannot be done, but seizing opportunity and moving forward steadily. Steadily, this is the higher levels of life philosophy that guides people to pursue a more meaningful and fulfilling life beyond material desires. Yeah. So, and one of the important purpose of author Xuemo's interpretation is to make the wisdom of Lao-Tzu in modern life and help people to show the spiritual dilemmas they face today. So that is good, okay? The packing book fair, yeah, the packing book fair. Our author Xuemo will go to join the packing book fair, okay? Our author Xuemo was invited to take the lectures about 17th July, 17th July, yeah, packing book fair, PIPF. So let's continue to talk about this book, okay? So our author Xuemo just made the wisdom of Lao Tzu land in modern life and help people to show the spiritual dilemmas they face today. Peking University, no, the PIPF, Peking Book Fair, okay, Beijing International Book Fair, yeah. Let's continue to talk about it, okay? So many years ago, our author Xuemo was invited to take the lectures in Peking University and Tsinghua University, yeah, many years ago. So in modern society, the people are often troubled by the war pressures, interpersonal conflict, and emotional anxiety and other problems. And this book focuses on applying Lao's wisdom to three aspects. The first one, modern daily life, and the second one, workplace communication, and third, the spiritual, the spiritual distress. For example, this book, it will teach people how to use the thought of non-contention to deal with workplace conflict, and how to use the thought of the simplicity to get rid of material desires and find the inner peace, and how to use the thoughts of the softness overcome strength. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Daniel, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about it, okay? So, and how to use the thought of softness overcome strength to face difficulties and setbacks. Mr. Xuemo hold that through such interpretation, classic culture can really nourish people's life and become a way of our life, and help modern people get rid of spiritual confusion and find the direction of our life. Yeah. So a lot of reader, after they encounter our author Xuemo's work, first change their mind and then take actions, and then their actions become a way of their life. and then their destiny will be changed too. Yeah. So the core idea about this book is not just interpreting words, but, but verifying Lao through a lifetime of practice. Mr. Xuemo began to study Lao at the age of energy, the chi energies. So, uh, so if you want to know that, I'm going to introduce you to read this book. Okay. Uh, Xuemo interpret Yellow Empire Inner Canon. So there is a work in this book, very famous work. Yeah, yeah, okay. So and there is a work about qi, and this book have the English edition. No, no. This book only have the Chinese elephants, but it's so convenient for us. It's so convenient for us. So we can use the AI translator to help us to read this book. There's eight characters. I'm going to show it for you. Okay. 田荡西吴，真气从之. So it means that so if you got your enlightenment in a peace mind, and then the chi and then the chi energies will work over your bodies. Okay, so a lot of let's say a lot of the Western doctor they cannot find the chi and the mind, okay, in our bodies. So, but actually, the chi energies is actually existent in our body. It only exists. Can we see the chi energies? So actually, Jensen, okay, if your training are become a more high level, so you can see the chi energies. So in China, the Taoist theories is about 100 days. 100 days to make the qi around our body. So we call this 小周天, 百日筑基. I don't know, maybe it's a week. A week. Uh, this book without translation hard to read it for me. Okay, so a lot of international readers, they will use the AI translator to help them to read the Chinese elephant written by our author Xuemo. Yeah, so you can also you can try to use the AI translator to read this book. Yeah, and the level is so high, and then our audition's interpretation is different from another version of the 黄帝内经, okay, Yellow Empire Inner Canon. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about this book. Okay, this is the English editions of the Lao Tzu Importance. Okay. Uh, you mean are we made of chi energies? Actually, uh, the chi is anywhere in our body, but we are not made of the chi, but we're made of water. Okay, we're made of water. Yeah, the five elements. Our body are made of five elements. Okay, five elements, and 金木水火土. Okay, gold, wood, and then water, fire, and uh, and the earth. Uh, so actually, not every writers have their own stand. Mr. Xuemo is the one of the special one. So in China, a lot of writers are famous. For example, Mo Yan, you know him. Mo Yan got the Nobel Prize. He is the Nobel Prize winning literature author. Yeah, Mo Yan. Okay. So actually, Five elements: water, fire, earth. More than you don't know. You didn't eat those books to promote. Uh, so, okay, Jensen, when you read this book, you will know that, okay, beyond emptiness. Of course, I read the books because I read the books. Okay, this book, okay, when the people is dying, when the people is dying, our five elements is just yeah, our five elements will just pass away. Okay, we five elements just pass away. They just pass away. So the first, okay, we will feel our thirsty. So it means that no, actually, Daniel, some people are best than me. Okay, are better than me. Okay, I'm not the best. Okay, so let's continue to talk about it. Okay, so when you read the books, when the people become dying, the five elements, okay, we just pass away through our body. So that's why that is that, and that and then the chi is invisible, and then the chi is invisible. Okay, Jensen, the chi is invisible. So when we practice for at least 100 days, at least 100 days, and then the chi will around our body. Yeah, I read the Chinese one. I read the Chinese one. Uh, yeah, you're right. I read the Chinese one. Our author asked us to read this book at least about 20 times. Yeah, about 20 times. This book is on English. So if you want to know about Mr. Xuemo's philosophy and the Guardians, so I will suggest you to read this book. And this book is only have the Chinese editions, yeah. And the English editions may be publicated about November 2026. Okay, this book was translated by Dr. Yotas Wokova, the translator of this book, the translator of the Reclaim the Throne of Your Heart. Yeah, this book, okay? The translator of this translator, your password, Dr. Kumar, an Indian British, the professor of Bath University. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about this book, okay? Laws and Influence. Yeah. Laws and Influence. Yeah, Daniel just asked, okay? Our author Xuemo used the metaphor of turning grapes into fine wine to describe the creative transformation of ancient wisdom in this book. The grapes are like the original text of Lao Tzu, simple and primitive, and the process of making the wise is like our audition's decades of studies, practice, and interpretation, and turning the simple original text into profound and easy to access spiritual nourishment. Our author break the traditional academic paradigm doesn't stick to the annotation of the word, but focus on the creative transformation of ancient wisdom. Okay, what is the Taoist? What man philosophy into life expanded? Yeah, the Taoist, the Taoism. Yeah. Um, how to say that? In this book, our author will just interpret the successful of the Taoism. Okay, so the successful of the Taoism theories in this book is about the perfect our inner mind, perfect our inner mind, and also the Tao follow nature and non-actions in this book. So if you want to know more about the Taoism, okay, So that is a long story. That's a long story. I cannot summarize only in one or two sentences. Yeah, one or two sentences. Okay. So and then actually in China, the Taoism is not the ultimate of our life. It's not the ultimate of our life. They will chase the man and the heaven combined one, 天人合一. Okay. So they will combine the man and they will very care about the body practitioner. Okay, man and the universal combines as one. So and then when you become the you and the Bodhisattva in China in the Taoist theories, the natural way of life. Actually, that is not the, that is the, you just know very, okay, the surface about the Taoism. Yeah. So actually, the Taoist, yeah, you mean the yin and yang, okay, not actually. That is the surface. Okay, in the deepest is about how to transcend the how to we do the visualization through our inner world, and then make us okay. We will visualize our inner world to know the rules of the universal. So and then it become the universal and the man combines as one. Yeah. Is the true meaning of Taoism there's the energies flow through everyone, in everything, meaning inside and outside, whatever the object you look at. The energy is present within the fight. The Taoism, let's see. We can say that the Taoism thought and the idea of the Taoism that they thought a man is just a kind of energy, okay? But actually, I don't agree that. I don't agree that. Okay, so we can use the okay. So we don't want to research about the Taoist theories. We can use the Taoist theory to how to say that to to take active part in our daily life. Yeah. So that is why our author Xuemo always said that. So when we learn that when we read the books, when we learn the knowledges, we just use the knowledge to show the problems or when we face today. Yeah. When we face today. Yeah, the Chinese medicine is very interesting. Yeah, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Now I'm going to share you a story. Okay, a story. Mm, I met a man about 5 years ago. 5 years ago. So he got a cancer. He got a cancer. So do you know that under the acupuncture, one of my teacher, okay, it's not like a Xuemo. It's not like a Xuemo. My teacher is a Chinese medicine doctor. Yeah. Okay. He was good. Okay, I'm going to show you later. I'm going to show you later. Okay. Not here. Okay, Daniel, not here. Yeah, Jensen, I'm going to show you the story, okay? And also the main character of the internal love, the main character of the internal love. She also was, and her tongue cancer was cured by our autism guardian. Okay, just about some kind of Chinese medicine. And one of my teacher, he is he is a Chinese medicine doctor. Okay, yeah, the cancer story. The cancer story. Okay, so the man 5 years ago, I met a man. She was serious by the cancer. Got the she got the tongue cancer. Not she not the tongue cancer. some kind of cancer, just stomach cancer, something like that. And then, the doctor says she only about have 6 months left to live. And then she go to find my teacher, and my teacher just do the acupuncture to him, and then, and also teaching him to do the standing meditations. And after 3 years, 3 months later, 3 months later, and her body was getting better and better. Yeah, getting better and better. So do you know that? So how do my teacher do the acupuncture to that cancer patient? You know that? They do that, they use the new, okay? Ah, no, I'm not Mr. Xuemo. Mr. Xuemo is right, is behind me, my friend. Nice to meet you. Okay? Sapico, nice to meet you. I'm not Mr. Xuemo. Mr. Xuemo is behind me. Is my teacher. Mr. Xuemo is my teacher. Okay? Yeah. Okay. And then, let's talk about that. Okay. So Pico, even new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Let's continue to talk about the story. Okay. Mm, okay. So my teacher, my Chinese doctor teacher, he used the needle to do the acupunctures about the berry, in the berry, just in the berry. Okay. Uh, when the man was doing the used acupuncture, so he just fall asleep about 2 hours. Okay, he go to sleep for 2 hours, and the acupuncture just around in his body. So he just like the butterfly efficiency, Okay, just do the acupuncture in the berry. Okay, so because, yeah, just because you know that when was in our mother's belly, when we are in our mother's belly, that, okay, there's something connect with my mother. So that is the power. That is the original power of our body. Yeah. So my teacher just do the acupunctures in the patient's belly. Yeah. And then about 3 months later, and 12 channels in the body organs. So actually, the original one is through the berry, yeah, through the berry. Okay, and the berry behind our back is another, how to say that? 穴位. Okay, I don't know how to say that. Okay, okay. So my teacher just do the acupunctures right here in the berry, and then 3 months later, there's something amazing happens. Okay. Also, this man, they follow my teacher's guidance and do the standing meditations about 6 hours a day for 3 times. Every time 2 hours, 2 hours standing meditations. Okay, he used 6 hours a day to do the standing meditations. So do you know how to do the standing meditations? Okay, so if you want to find the guardian to do the meditation, standing meditation, okay, so you can come to join our Autism course. Okay, our Autism will take the lectures about October 1st in China, and also about the May 1st, and then the January 1st. Our Autism will have three courses a year: January, May, and October. Yeah. No, the acupuncture how it works is to use the needle inside of the needles have the energies. So actually, okay, uh, actually the acupuncture just hit the point, okay, just hit the point, okay, hit the point, and actually the doctor they have to do some energies. The doctors they have to you have to have your power energies. Okay, when the doctors just got some kind of level, okay, They will throw the needles past the energy, the chi, to the point of the patients. Okay, okay, just as Daniel said. Okay, so how to say that? How to say that? They will just how to say that? Use device electricity. That means no, no. Only use hand. Your finger, the doctor's finger. The doctor's finger just like do the needles like this, like this, and feel the needle to touch the point of our body. So you have to find a very good teacher, and he will show you the way to do the acupuncture. Yeah, I knew that technique. That's not just some kind of technique. Okay, that's the how to say that? Yeah, yeah. The doctor bodies have a high chi energies. Yeah. So so and sometimes when the doctors they didn't do the spiritual practice, okay, okay, the illness we throw the needle to come to the doctor's body. So that's very important. That's very important for the doctor to do the spiritual practice every day. So my doctor, he was always do example like this. Okay, he used his right hand to spin the noodle, then the needle, and then his left hand just do like this. Okay, yeah, and then yeah. No, actually, you use the electronic device. It's not so good. It's not so good. You know that the electric the electronic device they didn't have the human energies. Okay, just a machine. Just a machine. Okay, yeah, and and also my teachers he used his right hand to spin the noodle the needle, and his left hand just do it like that. Okay, he just want the illness. Yeah. So Daniel, you have to find a teacher. You have to find a teacher. You have to find a teacher for that. And okay, let's continue to talk about another. Yeah, yeah, you're welcome. Let's talk about the second way, the standing meditation. The standing meditation. Okay, so my teacher told us if you want to just keep your in a young age, okay, you have to do the standing meditation at least 2 hours a day. So if we want to do the treatment of your of your illness, you have to do the standing meditation at least 6 hours. Sometimes 8 hours. 8 hours. 8 hours is much better. So, and that cancer patient just follow my teacher's guidance. Okay, do the acupuncture while she was doing the standing meditation. Standing meditation. Okay, the standing meditation at least. Daniel is from India. Daniel is from India. One of my best friends from India. Yeah. So we like to drink some water. I cool the tea in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, Elon Musk. Are you sure Elon Musk just always calling you? Yeah, of course, after 3 months later, yeah, that man just go to the body check again, and then all the cancer was disappear in his body. So, but it's very important. It's very important. Is the cancer cured? After the cancer was cured, they have to keep the healthy way of your life. Okay, so Jensen, you have to keep the healthy ways of your life. You have to be, you have to, how to say that? You have to make the standing meditation become the way of your life. That's very important. That's very important. Yeah. So, and that man, unfortunately, I'm going to show you the bad news about this man. About this man, after after his cancer was cured, and then he was so happy, and he go to travel around China and eat a lot of food. Okay, that food is not good for his body, and then the cancer come again, and then the cancer come again. So it's very important. Okay, it's very important, yeah, my friend. It's very important to become the way of your life. And another story, yeah, of course, there's something bigger than us. It also exists. Yeah, there's something bigger than us. Yeah, yeah. The TCM is amazing. Yeah, the TCM is so amazing. Yeah. So, and the main character of the Eternal Love, Yato, she's also a tongue cancer patient. She's also a tongue cancer patient. And when she encountered all the Xuemo, we connected to all the Xuemo, and her cancer was killed too at the very beginning. Uh, then actually the TCM is much earlier than the IU4. Yeah, yeah. It's much earlier than that, okay? So let's continue to talk about the story of the main character of the Eternal Love, Yato. Yato, she's also got a tongue cancer, and the doctor says she only have 2 or 3 months left to live. And then she go to find our author Xuemo. Yeah, Stephanie? No. Yeah, okay, let's continue to talk about the story of this book, okay? Eternal Love. Eternal Love, the main character Yato. You lied to me. Why did I say I lied to you? I thought the outside was raining because I heard I heard the rain I heard the rain outside. Yeah. So let's continue to talk about the story of Yato, the main character of Yato. Yato, she's a tongue cancer patient. At the very beginning, okay, at the very beginning, yeah. Hi, Bill. What's this? This is Louis from Western China, Captain Siponier. Okay, so this is Louis from Western China. I'm here to share you the book written by Chinese author Xuemo. Yeah, Captain, nice to meet you. So, as far as you know, Mr. Xuemo has written more than 80 titles with over 300 editions and translated into over 28 languages. Yeah, why cancer were back after the back what they did. So why the cancer back? Just because they come back to their bad way of life, bad way of life. You know that this lady, Eternal Love, the lady, the main character of Yato, yeah, she, you know why does she got the cancer? Yeah, before she got the cancers, she divorced with her husband. Okay, she divorced with her husband, and her husband just betrayed her and remarried another lady. So, and then the main character of Yato, She go to drink the alcohol during the midnight and take the cigarette and eat the garbage food just like the barbecues and something like that. So and then the cancer come to find him. It means from stress. No, no. And then just because the bad wave of her life, and then she got a tongue cancer. And then when she go to find our autism, when she go to find our autism, and under our autism guidance, she did the standing meditation and some kind of the I don't know what happens to our autism to do to do the TNC to Yato. I only know, okay, Yato just follow our autism guidance to do the standing meditations. And then a cancer was killed. A cancer was killed by uh, under our autism guidance. And then Yato was so happy. Okay, and she come back to work again. And she come back to work again. It means that that means that okay, Yato just come back to the bad wave of her life. Just come back to the bad wave of her life. And then the cancer come back again. So Mm, it's very difficult for us to change our destiny. It's very difficult for us to change our destiny. You know that? So when the people want to change our destiny, first you have to change your mind, and then take actions, and then take the actions become the way of your life, and then your destiny will be changed. Okay? So that is why the cancer will back. Other other bags, other bags. So and then the cancer will not be killed anymore. So although and after the cancer come back, the main character of Yato, and she just how to say that? She just follow her audition's guidance. Okay, but when her body was in agony, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Just the bad way of the bad happy blue eyed lifestyle. Yeah, the junk food and the stress. Yeah. So Yato, under our audition Simon guidance, she got her enlightenment mind. Okay, although her body was in agony, but her mind was peaceful. Yeah. So that's the power of this story, Eternal Love. And this story helped a lot of people get rid of their mental crisis, Eternal Love, and help a lot of people when they face the tough period in their life. So, Jensen, so I will suggest you to read this book, Eternal Love, a novel about the exchange letters between our author Xuemo and the Yato. And this book, you have a lot of guidance in this book, a lot of guidance in this book. And through this book, you can find the guidance, how, for example, how can we transform the fear into the inner peace? How can we transform the fear into the inner balance? And a lot of guidance in this book, yeah, and a lot of guidance in this book. Okay. Mm. So let's come back to this book. Let's come back to this book. Xuemo interpret Tao Te Ching and Laozi Empowerance. Okay, and Laozi Empowerance. Yeah. Mr. Xuemo used metaphor of turning the grave into the wine, into good wine, to describe the creative transformation of the ancient wisdom in this book. The grapes are like the original text of Lao Tzu, simple and pragmatic, and the process of making the wine is like our autism case studies. Will he gonna translate this book? Yeah, you know that our autism. You mean the which book? Which book? Uh, you mean you mean is on empathy, and this book, and this book, and this book. I don't know. Maybe someday in future. Maybe someday in future. I'm waiting for your response. Okay, I will respond you from through email. Okay, will respond you through email. So, and this book is being translated into English. Yeah, 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 you're right. And also, our author Xuemo write about the Yijing, the 80 sutras in China, about the yin and yang, the things about the yin and yang. Okay, so let's continue to talk about this book. Okay, Lao Tzu in power, Lao Tzu in power. Okay, so Mr. Xuemo break the traditional academic paradigms, doesn't stick to the annotation of the word, but focus on the creative transformation of ancient wisdom. Yeah, who is the principal or who is that guy? Uh, there's about there's about a story between me and Melina. Okay, so let's continue to talk about it. Okay, let's continue to talk about it. Okay, so my focus on the creative transformation of ancient wisdom, making knowledge from the ancient book collected in the library into a spiritual companion that the modern people can rely on in our daily life, allowing ancient culture to grow with new vitality in the contemporary era. Yeah, the core idea about this book, share more interpret down the Jing and Lao Tzu in is to transform the ancient wisdom. Mm, actually, yes, yes, yes. So, um, I see about there's a about a story about Madame Lu. Madame Lu, yeah. Madame Lu, our author Shema's wife, okay, she got some kind of the illness, and then you know that. So Madame Lu is a very how is that? He is the person that can change her destiny. So many years ago, she got a kind of illness, very serious illness in China. And then in China, the people said this kind of illness cannot be cured. Okay, cannot be cured. But under our author's guardians, Madame Lu just fixed, just, and her illness was cured. And can you imagine that? Okay, he was strictly follow the diet. Okay, the doctor said she cannot eat any salt. She can eat any sugars. Okay, she just follow the guidance. Okay, every day the doctor said he have to eat a lot of pumpkin. Okay, so and she eat nothing, only the pumpkin every meal, only the pumpkin. Can you imagine that when she was eating the pumpkin, they didn't use any salt, any sugar in it. Okay, when she cooked the food, when she cooked the food, there was no salt, not any things in the meal. Okay, just cook that. Use the boiled water to cook the food and eat it. Yeah. So I know that's the only man, that's the only woman, that's only the only people I thought in my life that a people can totally transform his destiny, her destiny. Yeah. So and Yato, and these people, the main character of Yato, okay, she just come back to she just come back to her job, and then the cancer come again. Okay, she just passed away. Yeah. Actually, sometimes the meat is okay is essential for us. not vegetable, not vegetarians, okay, not only the vegetarian. So the diet balance is very important for us, okay. Sometimes the acupuncture, okay, and standing meditation, okay, can help us, and Chinese medicines, yeah, can help us to cure some kind of disease in our life, okay, and some Western doctor they say this kind of illness cannot be cured, but in China, but in the Chinese by the TMC, Chinese medicine. What is your profile picture? I'm curious. What is your profile pictures? I'm curious about it. uh, just maybe just some of a symbol. I don't know. It just like some kind of symbol. Yeah. Okay, let's continue to talk about this book. Okay. And Lao Tzu empowerment is transformed the ancient wisdom of Lao Tzu into a spiritual philosophy and a way of dealing with the world that the modern people can use through poetry and a lifetime of life experience. And this book let us see the ancient classics not are not distant and obscure, but closely relate to our daily life and can bring us endless strength and wisdom. Folk music and folk rings genre. Uh, yeah. Okay, let's continue to talk about the book. Okay, another book, Beyond Emptiness. Yeah, Yanxian, Yanxian, have you ever read this book, Beyond Emptiness, written by Chinese author Xuemo? Yeah, and this book, um, the president, the president of the North American Buddhism Association, the Master Tang Yong said, he said, Austin, people like audio books better. Yeah, and we also have the audio book on Amazon. On Amazon, you can also find that audio book on Amazon. So sometimes, okay, when I was walking and driving, so I will prefer the audio book. Yeah, I will prefer the audio book. Austin, you're right. So you can also go to the Amazon to find the audio book. Okay, so, okay, and also the Kindle ebook and the printed versions is available on Amazon. Austin, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel, yeah? Okay, this is Louis from Western China. So let's continue to talk about this book, Beyond Emptiness. Beyond Emptiness, this book, and so a lot of people said this book is a life-changing book, yeah? It's a life-changing book, okay? So, okay, Beyond Emptiness was written by renowned Chinese author and spiritual master Xuemo. Hi. Uh, yeah, do you think that, okay, I don't know this kind of system. I don't know that. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know this kind of system. Um, I don't know this kind of system, so I don't know that how to say that. Okay, Jensen. So let's continue to talk to another book written by our author Xuemo, my friend. So beyond emptiness, beyond emptiness, this book isn't just a read; it's a guardian to understand life's deepest truth. Deepest truth. Okay, drawing from Eastern wisdom and the author's decades of practice, and it explores how to transcend stress, anxiety, and attachment by recognizing our true nature, our true mind. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. So actually, actually, the what is that? The allo. Pathog medicines is also good to our to our body. Yeah, the Western medicines is also cure a lot of people's illness. So, but in China, okay, I've take a lecture. I was listening a lectures about the president of Chinese Cancer Association. Okay, so and the president said, so actually, according to the Western medicine, okay, then if our past body, if this part was broken, and then they will cut it out, there's the Western medicine theories. But in China, but in China, but in China, so we can do something to help us to recover our body. Hi, nice to meet you. Factor, 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 Paget, nice to meet you. I'm fat. Yeah, long time no see, my friend. Long time no see. Fact. Yeah, I know you're fact. So you use a new account. You use a new account. So it's so long for me to take this account for live stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A long time ago. So from let's see, okay, maybe from February to now. Yeah, February. Yeah. Oh, that broken hand. Oh, that's so great. That's so great. Okay, I'm going to share with you the Chinese doctor, the TCM are being so great of at the broken hand. So we and the the Chinese doctor will use some kind of skill to make our uh, bone set again, bone setting again. Just use the hand, okay? Can you imagine that? The bone setting, okay, use the hand, some kind of hand skill, okay, to put the bone, okay, to bone setting, and then they will use some kind of wood, okay, to tie it, okay, and then we will use some Chinese medicine, use some Chinese medicines, put the medicines on our broken hand. No, no, not a surgery, not a surgery. No, only use the hand for the bone setting. So when I was a very little kid, about 6 years old, when I was walking in the street, in the middle of the street, okay, in front of my house, and then I only remember the time when you say, you saw a snake. No. Oh, the snake. Yeah, that's a very that's a very long time ago. Okay, so when I was a very little boy, I'm about 5 years old. 5 years old when I was in the kindergarten. Yeah. So I just playing in the front of my house. Okay, and was hit by a motorcycle. I was hit by a motorcycle, and my leg was broken. My leg was broken. Okay, my leg bone was broken. So my father sent me to a Chinese to a TCM. Yeah, I'm afraid of the snakes. Yeah, I really afraid of the snake. Yeah, I really afraid of the snake. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue talk about that story. Okay. So my father, yeah. Um, so and the doctor just used the hand skill for my bone setting. Okay, for my bone setting, and then tie some kind of the wood to keep my leg didn't move. Okay, and use some Chinese medicine Okay, put the Chinese medicines on the skin of my leg. Okay, my mother has to change the medicines every day, every day. So, and after about 3 months later, okay, my leg was become normal. My leg was become normal. So that's impossible for the Western medicines. Okay, and also my teacher, my Chinese medicine, my TCM teacher. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Fact. Thank you so much. My TCM teacher. Okay, is a man. Is a lady, and her bone was like this. It's so different. Okay, and he go to the hospital to take a picture, and then the Western and the doctor said there's nothing wrong with her, but she was feeling uncomfortable because her bone was unusual. And then and then my TCM teacher just used some kind of skill to put his to put her bone in normal to put her bone normal again. Yeah, that's some kind of the hand skill in China. And then and some people will say that, and some people say that the Western medicine systems cannot be cured the illness. For example, the man's bone was totally broken, and then they go to the hospital for take the photos, and the doctor checked the photos. That the doctor said it was impossible for him to stand up again. It's impossible for him to stand up again, and he come to a Chinese doctor, a TCM doctor. Okay, okay. He just do some kind of massage, okay, and help him to kill their bodies. Yeah, and then the man can stand up again. So that is the very amazing part is about the acupuncture and then the massage, the Chinese massage. And Wendy, he's good at massage. I think you also fear from mouse. Yeah, I also fear the mouse too, the mice too. Okay, I'm going to share you a story. I'm going to share you a story just happens a couple days ago. Okay, a couple days ago. You know that Mr. Schumer's nephew, Mr. Schumer's nephew was living in the same house with me. Okay, he is also afraid of the mouse. Yeah. So when he was taking the live stream, and then a mouse just standing in his bookshelf, and he was so frightened. And after the live stream, and he told me, Louis, just come to my house. Can you see there's a mouse on the bookshelf? Just take the cat to catch the mouse, and to the us and put the cat into the bookshelf, and then both of us run out the house. Okay, uh, but the cat just catch the mouse. Okay, yeah, and yes, I'm fearful of the mouse. Yeah, you're right. So, okay, Jensen, have you ever read this book? If you didn't read this book, okay, Captain, okay, no, this book is my teacher. This picture is my teacher, okay, my teacher, Mr. Xuemo. So, this is the author of this book, Beyond Emptiness. Yeah, no, he's my teacher. He's my teacher, okay? He's my teacher. Mr. Xuemo, yeah, you can also say, I relate to our author Xuemo. Uh, yeah, Captain, if you're new here, have you ever subscribed our channel, Captain? Yeah, have you ever subscribed our channel? Can is that why do you think Western medicine useful? Sometimes the how to say that the Western medicines, yeah, the medicines is useful for us when we are suffering from illness. Okay, okay. So it can release it can reduce the sufferings of our suffering when we are ill. For example, when I catch a cold, so my body will recover in about 7 days. I just want to eat the meals normally and drink some hot water. Yeah. Thank you so much, Captain. Thank you so much. Okay. So actually, I didn't think that the Western medicines are useful. You know that one of my cousin, okay, he just passed away 2 years ago because of the stomach cancer. Goodbye, Daniel. Goodbye, Daniel. Okay, fact. See you, my friend. Uh, I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that. So, Jensen. So you know that my major is not about the medicine. Yeah, the Chinese. My major is not ECM or not the Western medicines. Okay. Yeah. Have a nice trip. Have a nice trip. Fact. Have a nice trip. Fact. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Okay. Okay. You just go to the marks. This Daniel. Daniel is waiting for you. Okay. He's from the marks. Okay. Fact. Okay, Jensen. Okay. Thank you so much for coming with me. Okay. I have to go. Okay. See you. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Goodbye. Fact. Jensen. Okay. Have a nice day. I'm so happy you're here with me today. I'm so happy we have a very great conversation right here. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming with me. Okay, see you, my friend. See you. Have a nice day. Goodbye. I have a Chinese friend who was 13 years old, goes to Western medicine and told me that he has uncle said that the lifetime gonna not gonna kill. Uncle is yeah. I think you want to be a doctor. No, no, actually no. Okay, so actually, I have some kind of power to feel the illness of the people. Yeah, do you know there's some kind of spiritual massage? The spiritual massage. Okay, see you. Goodbye. Fred. Nice to meet you. Okay, see you. Goodbye.